I want to give the one who was hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money, my own salvation? Doesn't God have the right to do what he wants with his own salvation? I want to give them eternal life too. They just got here. He spent his whole life being a jerk. He breathed out your name in a last-minute prayer before he died. He gets to go? I've been serving you since, I was 18. We're on the same plane? Oh, you're on the same plane because you're both only here by grace. You're on the same plane because you're both sinners destined for hell, and I stepped into the middle of your world and changed that. You're on the same plane. See, the problem with us, the reason we can quickly judge, the reason, little Elmer Fudd for you, the reason we can quickly judge is because we don't identify with our own sin. The moment we get away from it, we don't identify with it anymore. Matter of fact, I've done a lot of studies on this. I just saw this recently in a video. When we recount an argument with someone else when we were equally in the wrong, we see ourselves in a much more positive light. And we only kind of see them as the negative antagonizer. And even if we even started it, we'll come at it in a way, even if we're not even trying to. We know what we were thinking, so we know why we did what we did, so we'll give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what the other person was thinking or why they did it, we just think we do, so we portray it badly on their side to kind of help us win the argument. And we do that spiritually. We instantly only pick up on, wow, I've done this, and this, and my resume's big, I got good stuff on my resume for God, and just leave out all the crap. Because you don't want to talk about that. You don't even want to think about that. It takes a real godly man like Jonah to write a whole entire book of the Bible about only what you did wrong. And not even finish it telling how you are honored by that people, how they love you, how there's a plaque of you in their nation. You don't even say any of that. You just say, man, did I screw up? I sat on a mountain waiting for God to kill them all. Watching. He tells you that and stops the book and then lets you draw your own conclusions. See, that is a godly man. That's Paul. He says, I don't even deserve to be an apostle. I persecuted the church. I don't even deserve to be here. I did terrible things. He says, I'm the chief of sinners. I came last like one abnormally born. These are the words he says about himself. The guy who had saved most of the known world. But he identifies constantly with his own sin and knows he had no chance. You want to know how he knows that? Because it says that he was a Hebrew of Hebrews. He was a Pharisee of Pharisees. He was ahead of all the other ones following the law. He was winning the race, elevated by all his peers. He's the one. And he was a jerk. And he was willing to kill people that didn't agree with him. The reason we can judge is because we just don't identify with our own sin. And the moment we do, and we realize, and we remember, and you remember the first time that you came to Christ and you're just weeping, and you remember, oh, you took that sin out of me, you took that sin off of me. You don't come to Christ until you realize your own sin. And the law shows you that. And once you realize, you're like, well, now what? Now my